Hello, welcome back. Tonight I will talk about a book, a grimoire of mine called Vapula. That has a few hundred pages, and it is written in verse, in hymn form, and it tells the story or a part of the story of Vapula, no? And Vapula is a character in this book. He is the main character, and he has a very different appeal. The way he represents himself, or the high value he carries. Now there's a certain type of element of the highlight or the light in his being, Vapula, no? So the story follows him. That's the meaning. It is that say, well, that search of Vapula, of that love, no? And so almost to say, well, the story or the line story is quite simple, no, quite basic. So it has, at the same time, it carries that elements of the fly, of the wing, no, of the certain aspects of like very beautiful, very exquisite in some way or another. That part of that beauty that is exquisite, no. So it is something very beautiful, very soft, very alluring. At the same time, it represents the element of the night, that peace of the night, that element of the peace, the element of that, that love, that longing that he has. Now, this is a recording part of a larger playlist where I speak about my character in my book called Vapula. So the thematic represents, of course, him, no? That's the interest. And the book tells a part of his story, as I've said. It tells a certain emotion that he has, a certain feeling, a certain, expression of who he is, that element of his persona. And you can find all my books on Amazon. This is a grimoire that I have written. As I said, I have written other books, other grimoires. I have talked about different aspects of these grimoires in different playlists. If you're interested to check out my channel, you can see there are different books of my, or different grimoires, or different characters of my books. And of course, when it comes to the book of Vapula, I say it is a very beautiful read. It is very pleasurable. It has this element of the warmth, of the orange, of that something very comfortable, and it's very endearing. It has a very beautiful softness to it. It's almost like a blanket or something, like very proper, very elegant, very beautiful. A certain type of distance, a certain type of allure, no? And that Vapula does carry on him. So there is this element of attraction. There is the element of interest, of course, no? And the best is, of course, to have the book and read for yourself. As I said, this is an interpretation of me as the author of this grimoire, of my grimoire, no? But the book does carry different meanings for others. It's not like my interpretation is the correct one. No, it's not about being correct. It's about offering a different perspective or view. So it is something that should express some type of love or acceptance or yes, no? And as I've said, the book is the best way to read the correct way. The book is the book, no? Say, well, the representation of the book is just a mirror or aspect of it, or different aspects as a matter, no? But the quality of the book, that's the meaning for, or a book for me as well. It carries a certain meaning that is formulated in a certain way, no? A certain storyline, a certain expression of that story as well. So the book carries a lot of beauty, no? And the book of Vapula, for sure, it is a very beautiful grimoire, and I do recommend everyone to read. As I've said, it is something that carries that meaning of love, so it is very touching, very beautiful, and it has a certain allure of that character. It has a specific taste that Vapula brings with him, no? It has a certain type of beauty that he represents, a certain type of ideal, or a certain type of acceptance, or there's the element of humility as well, of course. And say, well, the feeling that he feels, that element of that beautiful emotion, no? It is a part that we enjoy, something that we love, something that we can express in a beautiful way. There's that part, no? So it carries softer tones too, and say, well, of course, the same approach, you say, you see, it's like, okay, black and red, and we talked about that meaning, no? And it is essential, it is, okay, yes, but there's a different palette as well. There is a softer palette that comes to him. There is that rose or white, or, that beauty of a rose, or that element of the beauty in that moment, so of the purity, of that element of love. And Vapula is very beautiful, very alluring, very elegant, very aristocratic, very himself. No, he said has different qualities to him that are very like his representation of the inner qualities. No, that makes him so special, that makes him so unique, that makes him who he is. That acceptance, respect towards that. No. It is a very beautiful feeling. The high values, the high elements of that, no? Of course, to say, well, one is, say, the element of the night, as I've said, it carries, of course, different meanings. Of course, the best way to understand or to have your own understanding of Vapula as well is through my book, or through a book of him as well. I don't know if many other books on these thematics, on this title, on this character, no? But it does carry, of course, each one a different type of book. As I've said, books are different and carry different type of forms. As I've said, if you're interested to read Vapula, you can find the author page, or you can find a link direct to the book. As I've said, it is definitely something I recommend. It is very beautiful. I invite you to read it, and I would be more than happy to hear your opinion, or your own understanding, or your own expression of that book, no? Let's say that element of yes or no. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, bye.